Hello, beautiful souls. I hope you're well. Today, I wanted to address a topic that has come in my one of my favorite books from Hermann Hesse, a German writer. And in his book Siddhartha, he offers an alternative version to the story of the Buddha, and it's quite an interesting one because it's um, a more human version of well, actually his character is not the Buddha himself, because the Buddha himself is actually part of his book, but his character, Prince Siddhartha, is like another person, if you want, in the book. And I really love the journey, the inner journey and the spiritual journey of this Siddhartha prince in Hermann Hesse book. If you guys have the opportunity to read it, it's a really great book. It's really, I find it offers a very human and grounded version of, finding our own truth, finding our own, the truth within ourselves in our own ways. So this is why has been my favorite book for, I don't know how many, 40 years, 30 years. Anyway, I in this book at the end, the man has been he had a good friend of him, of his, I'm sorry, with whom he shared the journey of the self journey, the spiritual journey. And Siddhartha at some point had reached the realization that one is not supposed necessarily to search all the time, and at some point there's an important steps in which you stop searching and you try finding. And that was a very that was something that really stuck with me for like 35 years now. This concept of stopping to search to start finding. And I wish to talk about this today because I've been going through, and I will put a video link here, where I explain that for more than 30 years I've been going through lots of depression. Most of my adult life and most of my teenage years, I was in a pretty intense depression, depressive states, and even suicidal states. And because of that, I spent my whole life on the spiritual journey. It was my absolute first priority in life because I wanted to feel better and not to be in pain so much. And so in a way, it was a gift. This depressive state was a gift because it gave me the opportunity to go within and to find my own self and who I really am. And as I was saying in that video, on which link I put, up there, basically by stopping at some point, when you stop everything, because searching is very important. It's a very important step in our life. But there comes a moment when we have to stop searching and start finding. And what that means is that our truth is always within. It's always within us. And when we search, we often end up trying to find the answers outside of us, either through gurus, through mentors, through psychics, through through God knows what. There's many different sources of information from which we can become dependent on in order to understand who we are, what our journey is. And as we know, and as the Mela Collective has been repeating since the beginning, of their transmissions last May, the answers are within. The answers are within. And what happens is that we kind of get caught up in the process of searching and searching. And when we've been searching for many years, like it's the case for many people who have been on the spiritual journey, they've been searching all their lives, all the time. And it becomes like a natural process in which you search, and you don't even start thinking, do I still need to search anymore? You know, is the outside world really going to give me the answers I want or wish for, or is it, you know, an endless quest? And yeah, a few months ago, I went through the process of stopping everything. Like I've said in that video, you know, no job, no nothing, just living on my earnings or whatever, my savings, and just going within and live the moment every day, live the moment as best as I could, because it's very difficult for me. I have a very active brain, and living the moment is really not something I have. It's not easy for me. Like meditating, it's a tough thing for me. But you know, at least aiming at that. And what happened in the last few months, I would say that more and more I sort of slowed down the process of desperately trying to find answers, and I've started to just be. I don't succeed all the time. There's many moments when I'm still actively in my brain and searching and wanting to find answers. And even sometimes I will ask, you know, questions to psychics or friends, or because, you know, we're human, and I still have an ego, and, you know, I don't pretend I don't have one. And in itself, it's not a bad thing. It's just, you know, it's something that brings you back to more earthly things, and you know, and you realize, yeah, I'm still human, and that's really good. It's really good, and I try to have humor about that, because you know, it's okay, it's still okay to be a human, and that's what we came here to be, humans, you know. But my point is that through this process of trying to be more into uh I'm trying to find a word here, mindfulness, thank you. Yeah, mindfulness. Basically what happens is that I end up being in less searching and more finding. And, you know, I realize, especially regarding anything that has to do with psychic gifts and everything, many of us know intuitively that we have psychic gifts. And often we try to, you know, to make them happen in our life, to develop them, to make, you know, and it becomes like a search. It becomes like a little bit of an obsessive thing where, you know, I want to be more this, I want to be more clairvoyant, I want to be more clairaudient, I want, and then wanting, as you know, in the laws of attraction, when you want something, you push it away, while being something just manifests it naturally. And lately, you know, knowing that I had psychic gifts, I was, well, like everybody else, you know, I'm no special, everybody has psychic gifts, but wanting to develop them, or to be them more in tune with my soul and with what I am, and also in order to better feel also the Mela collective transmissions and to be more in tune with them, I wanted to focus more on developing them more and more. But then I realized that it was doing the opposite result. I was getting more confused, or I was more like, I felt I was forcing things. And lately, for the last few weeks, I would say in the last few days, I've decided to stop, you know, putting myself so much pressure on trying to, yes, of course, my objective is to offer transmission that are as close as possible to the original message of my soul, of the Mela collective, of source. But I'm still a human in a human body. And, you know, I have to accept that, you know, some days I'm not as aligned as I would love to be. And when I'm not as aligned as I'd love to be, or I'm not mindful enough, well, I don't transmit, or transmissions don't come, or they come later, or, you know, or not as intense as I would. And that's something I have to accept in the process, because it has to stop being like a wanting, you know, and just being there. So as I've told you before in my previous videos, in terms of the Mela transmission, I don't try now to, you know, get one every day and publish it every day. And I try more to be in the moment, in the present moment, in the mindfulness of life. And if a transmission comes, it comes. And when I mean transmission, I mean like a direct transmission with them actually talking. And some days it's just me, whatever that means, and my higher self, like right now, like today, that have something to share. And I feel intuitively in my soul that what I'm sharing today, right now, is in tune with what Mela Collective thinks and would share. Maybe this is a test they're giving me by just letting me share by myself with my higher self what I have to share with you guys. And deep down, I'm kind of inspired by them. I don't know, like I said, in this journey that's very recent, I don't know. Every day is an adventure. I don't know, you know. They could stop transmitting from now on forever. They could continue. They could just let me continue transmitting the way I'm doing right now, which is my higher self, and just sharing humbly, my own experiences. And they somehow, influence that. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say here is that by stopping the actual obsessive search and just being in the moment, as I've been lately, just trying to savor every moment, every meal, every instant, finding joy in every moment. I realized that my vibrations had got even higher and higher just by being and stopping searching all the time. I'm not saying that one should not search, that one should not go on a self inner knowing, or inner search, or spiritual search or quest. That's an important step, and I think that's the initial step that's really important to take. But there comes a time when at some point we have to stop this obsessive searching and just start being. And what's kind of amazing to me, and I always thought that there was like an intimate fear in me that if I would stop searching, I would become like spiritually lazy. And because I'm a very disciplined person, I'm a to-do list kind of person, and I'm very, very disciplined. And my work in life is letting go of my discipline rather than being more disciplined. And so a part of the obsessive, the almost OCD part of myself, or almost the very controlling part of me, which is my ego and my brain, we're giving little fear messages like, if you stop searching, you're going to become a lazy spiritually. You're just going to become this, this lazy person who just lives, like go through life without doing anything. And I was kind of scared of that. And so I didn't let go, of the searching and then searching and then searching. And in the last few months and weeks and days, it really exponentially started to grow more, that need to just be. And I found in that state of more of being a profound joy that I had lost for many years. Like I've said, I've been depressive for more than 33 years, and almost suicidal, having really difficult times. And I would say it was like a 33-year dark night of the soul. That's pretty much been my adult life and my teenage years. And right now, unexpectedly, just by being who I am and sort of taking a vacation from my quest and searching all the time, I suddenly feel an inner joy that I haven't felt since I was a child. And this moment is quite beautiful for me right now. I feel, we're going through chaos outside. Everything is, like I said in the last video, and again, sorry for my words, we're in a shit show, we're in a circus, we're in chaos. But at the same time, it's a good thing, because this is how we rebuild a new world, is through putting everything down. And that's what's happening. And that's, to me, that's a joyful thing. That's a joyful moment. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. We're probably going to go through even harder times in a couple of months, in the upcoming 2 months or so. But I know that I'm trustful that everything's going to be for the best, because we're going to find, we're gonna grow out of this stronger, but a more wiser and more in tune with the moment, with mindfulness and with inner joy and the joy of our soul. This is my inner feeling. And I feel that I'm already in this process. I feel I will not let myself be drawn into the drama, the chaos, the shit show, the desire from the regressives to try to polarize us and to create conflicts between each other, between us in the spiritual community. I'm not buying this, and I'm not taking it in. I concentrate in being in joy every day, blessing my meals, blessing my life, being in gratitude 23 hours a day if possible, and just be there and enjoy life and be in the moment. Like in the Tao, they say the non-action, that state of just being in tune with the universe. It's not always easy. My ego and mind will take over sometimes, but the question is being conscious of it and realizing it and have a little bit of humor about it and just laugh a bit and say, hey, I see you here. I see you there, my ego. I see what you're trying to do, but you're not going to succeed. I will not let myself be caught up by this whole thing. So this is what I wanted to share with you. I just wanted to share about don't be scared to explore the non-action. Don't be scared to explore non-searching for a while. Just try it. You don't have to abandon the whole quest. Just try it a few moments a day. Just be in the moment and just accept that somehow maybe you don't need to search anymore and that all the answers are within, and you could just be yourself and just be in the moment and enjoy every single moment. And I think that nowadays, in the moment where we are in this junction right now in our on Terra, with the transition taking place, I think that mindfulness is the most precious thing we can explore and incarnate right now and ground into ourself right now. And that means that doesn't mean living in a cave and just being spiritual all the time and meditate all day. That's, to me, grounding is about being in life. Okay, you can go at your rhythm. You don't have to spend every moment of your life being with people if you're not that comfortable with people's energy because you're sensible and they hurt you. But go out there, live life, go in a park. You might just sit on a bench and then suddenly you'll be talking to someone you never thought you'd meet, and this person is going to be super great. Or you can just go out there for a walk, and then suddenly you don't know why, you just feel the urge to go for a chocolate croissant or something. And then you're like, normally I don't eat gluten, I don't eat sugar, and my discipline tells me I should not do that. But then suddenly there you are eating that croissant, and you're just savoring every mouthful of it, and you just like in gratitude for the joy of just being on earth. Your soul came here in this plan, in this 3D plan, to explore life, not to live in the stars all the time. As much as we're homesick, as much as we want to go back there, we're here, and we have chosen with our soul mission to live in 3D life, maybe in 4D life and 5D life, but still incarnated in Terran life, whatever the density. And we need, and I say this to myself, we need to explore that and to be at peace with our Terran incarnation and enjoy the pleasures of being in our everyday life in mindfulness and gratitude for everything. This is going to be a long video, so I'm going to stop here. But this is just, some reflections, or not more reflections, but more intuitions and things I felt in my heart and my experience that I felt like sharing with you guys very humbly. It's just my everyday life. And perhaps it will resonate with you guys, maybe not. Who cares? It's okay. You just take what resonates with you, what doesn't resonate with you. You just let go of, and there's no problem. It's part of your experience. So I wish you a beautiful day. Stay in high vibrations. And I very much encourage you to be in more mindfulness, in more gratitude and acceptance of your incarnated Terran life, but also to let go a little bit of the discipline and the quest and the searching and find a little bit more and just be in the moment you find. I love you. Take great care of yourself and have a great day. Bye. All my gratitude for helping this channel bring positive vibes to more people.